Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph and I'm today here with Dion, and today we're going to look at an interesting video that Steve from Crypto Crew University put out about Ethereum. Now right now all the focus is on Ethereum, when to buy, what is the expectation, and there's some really good news coming out about Ethereum. But before we get into this video of Steve, I would like for Dion just to give us a quick analysis of what is actually happening with Ethereum today.
Hi guys. Okay, so on the Ethereum weekly chart, we've been following this bearish trend line down, and we found weekly support, and at the moment we're trading between these two important zones. 1.5, as far as I'm concerned, is a important support. 2000 is my target for now. Depends what happens with this merge news. We might just fly through there, and then ETH has this big demand zone at 1750, and out of that we've always seen incredible moves. So I'm waiting to get into that, and then expecting just a massive, especially with the news coming up. I think it could be quite insane what's going to happen. That's it from me, Joseph.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let's watch Steve from Crypto Crew University. I just want to give a shout out to Steve. He's got an excellent YouTube channel. He's a little bit more long term. So if you think about the three of us, Dion is doing intraday trades. He looks at the market and he looks for those 5% opportunities, 10 and 20% opportunities in the smaller coins. I am more of a DCA trader, so I like to find a coin that's got strong fundamentals and has a lot of volatility, and then I want to just buy in as the market goes up and down. I want to run my DCA bots on 3 commas. And then Steve, he likes to be a hodler, so he likes to look at long-term charts like 1 week charts and 1 month and 1 day charts, and I think in this video he's going to also look at the 3 day. And so it's nice for us to have all of these elements on our channel because everyone that do crypto trading, I believe, should do a little bit of hodling, and they should do a little bit of DCAing, and they should also do a little bit of day trade so they can stay in tune with the market.
These are our secret weapons. Let's look at this chart. If you know how to connect the dots, you're going to do just fine. Let's break it down. We're going to compare this number 1 to this number 1. All right. So this is the Ethereum chart. We're on the 3 day just to clean it up. And we have a green line and a red line, right? This number 1 was at the height of a big rally, just like this number 1 at the height of a big rally. What we noticed after number 1 is we had a large crash down in prices, and it was about the same percentage crash down as this number 1. What we noticed about number 2 is number 2 was a very strong rally, but not quite reaching the height of number 1, just below. So you can see this number 2 just below number 1, and this number 2 just below this number 1. We on the same page? So now we get to number 3. Number 3 was a new all-time high. Okay, you could see the rally off this green line here up to number 3 with our new all-time high. Same as this number 3, new all-time high. What happened next was very fascinating. We fell from number 3 through the green line, and then we rallied all the way back up to the green line only to get rejected at number 4. So number 3, new all-time high, crashed below the green line, falling all the way here, rallying all the way back up to the green line only to get rejected at point number 4. Now that brings us to point number 5, and this is where things really start to heat up. We fell from point number 4, this rejection from this green line, and we fell all the way through the red line. This is where things really started to be a bloodbath. Okay, we fell from number 4 all the way through this red line to number 5. We consolidated for a moment, thinking that this turmoil was over. The bloodbath was not over. Okay, we fell from 0.5 to our pivot low at 0.6, just like from 5 to 6 here. What happened next was, in our last video, this is Ethereum. When Ethereum was rallying, we called for this green line to be a critical player. Why? Because in the next point number 7, is when we got rejected from this green line in the past rally. So pay close attention to the green line. This is what we recommended a couple weeks back. Now, here we are a couple weeks later, we rallied all the way up to this green line. And now we're starting to see some rejection. People are starting to get a little bit nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. This was all according to plan. Back here, we did get rejection. It's coming a time where it's like, well, what's going to happen? Are we going to have further downside action? Is this it? I'll tell you this, the critical piece of the puzzle here is when we actually break through this green line. That's when things start to get really interesting, okay? And when we break through this green line, we can rally all the way up to this red line, okay? We did it in the past. This red line is now at 2,500, okay? And it's actually falling. So as we continue, in the 2,500 price would be at roughly by Christmas time this year. So what you noticed is the same thing happened here. When this red line was starting to fall, we started to rally all the way up to it. So a rally up to 2,500, not out of the question. The question remains right now is what is going to happen in the short term? More rejection, more downside action, or what? What you don't want to do is to see anything near our pivot low, all right? Our pivot low is at about 880. What you do not want to see is us go anywhere near that. If we do, we're showing a lot of signs of weakness. If we would show a lot of strength, we would hold pretty strong support right here at 1,278, okay? So about 1.2K holding strong support. What we could do is we could actually fall all the way here, just below 1,500 also, okay? In between here is our comfortable range. A fall in price to anything in here, we're good. We're just fine, and this is according to plan. Anything outside of that would not be according to plan, okay? We do want to see rejection from this green line, okay? We do want to see that, and we want to come down and form a higher low, and then we want to rally through this green line, and then after a couple months, rally up to this red line. That's what we're looking to happen with Ethereum, okay? You could see this next chart is also very interesting. We have a yellow line, and we have a red line. Okay, we have the 100 MA and the 33 MA on the weekly chart. You can draw this at home, and when you do, in the short history of Ethereum, what you can see is this yellow line cross below this red line at the market bottom. Okay, it was also the bottom of the RSI. I drew this just to show you what's happening, because when we started to rally, this yellow line actually crossed back up. That was our sign that the market was really prepared to start this bull market, okay? We were finished consolidating. We had made our market structure. We formed our base. And when this yellow line crossed back above, that's when we started to be bullish. So this yellow line and red line, very critical for Ethereum. Something else that's critical is this RSI. The RSI has been in a downtrend with Ethereum for the entire calendar year this year. This entire year, we've been forming a high, a lower 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 high. What you have to see with Ethereum is we've got to A, break this trend line, and B, create our first higher high. We've got to. We've been creating lower highs for the entire year. So if you're a fan of Ethereum and you're looking for this next bull market, you want to see a cross up with the yellow, you want to see us break this trend line that we've been in all year and create our first higher high. If we had yes to all three of those, Ethereum is going to rally incredibly quickly. It'll be a rocket ship, and you do not want to miss out on this rocket ship. But what's also interesting is this cross. We had this yellow cross down, and again, we only had one data point, but again, we just had this cross. Okay, maybe it came a couple weeks late. But again, I wanted to show it to you. We want to see this continue out. We want to see this yellow line play out down here. We want to see the red line play out up here. And then we want to see in the coming months a cross back above this red line with the yellow line back on top, and a break of this trend line and a higher high. That's precisely what we're looking for in the next rally. In the short term, we're looking for potential a little more downside action, and we really would rather not break 1.2K. If we break 1.2K, we're showing some signs of weakness because this is a pretty strong support here. This is a nice little base that we're forming. We do not want to break that.
Thank you guys. This was an awesome video. We're going to be back just in an hour from now, and we're going to listen to Crypto Casey, and she's going to talk to us about some more information regarding this Ethereum merge. See you then. Thank you, Dion.
Just Joseph, thank you. See you later.